I woke up not too long ago, right? And I already have all this work that I need to do because grades are due tomorrow, and my ass has been procrastinating because I'm just not one of those teachers that grades throughout the week. So I.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video because we're going to talk about the dangers of online dating and why you should never seek social media for your mate, especially somebody that you barely knew, right? You barely knew them for a week or two and they're already at your home and you're having arguments with them. Now, we're going to talk about Wendy Duan. She was in a relationship. She's 28 years old. Elementary school teacher. She's there on the left. And she meets this guy here, Charvas Thompson, who's 26. She met him on a dating app. This is a young woman that had a lot going for herself. She owned her own. I don't know if she owned her own, but she was living in a nice home. She had a nice new car, right? Seemed like things are going well for her. She was teacher of the year at her elementary school. And it seemed like, things are going in her direction. And she goes on a dating app and meets this guy. A guy that she barely knew for less than 2 weeks. And they were already in a relationship. And let me tell y'all something about online dating. You cannot form a relationship with somebody after meeting them online for about a week. You need time, you need effort, you need to be able to get to know that person and who they are. Now, if you online date, I have no problem with that, as long as you take the necessary time to understand who you're talking to, because these people online, you got to understand something. There's a lot of mentally unstable people who can pretend to be functional human beings when they really aren't. This guy Charvas, for the sake of this video, I'm going to call him Dummy. Dummy was able to mask who he was. This guy decided to bring a weapon to see his girlfriend, quote unquote, a woman that he just met on a dating app. Why does he need to bring protection? Now, she had this get together, I guess, at her house. I guess him being over there, I don't know how long he was there. Maybe that was his first night. She had friends there. And apparently she got into it with this guy. This is a guy that she just met, that she's dating, while her friends are there. They go in the backyard and they start arguing. And the friends leave. Instead of the friends staying there, because they know this woman doesn't know this guy that well, they don't stay. They leave. Now, I'm not playing the blame game. There's only one person that I blame for this whole mess. But it just seemed to me that in that situation, there should have been somebody to tell her, listen, or to be there for her. Because again, she doesn't really know this guy. They care more about themselves. Again, self-preservation, but you don't know this guy's going to snap. But he did. Now, I don't know why he did what he did. Maybe someday he will confess and tell us why he did what he did. But it's to me, it's very inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. But it's clear this guy has issues. And when you date people on dating apps, you cannot read them. So you don't know what's going on in their heads. Let's get into this article. This is according to Fox 26 Houston. It says the man accused of taking the life of Alif ISD teacher last Saturday has now been arrested in Louisiana. Investigators say that the two met on a dating website just a week before the incident. Charvas Thompson, who was 26, was arrested Wednesday by the Western District of Louisiana Violent Offenders Task Force and charged with taking the life of 28-year-old Wendy Duan. According to the Sugar Land Police Sergeant Matt Levin, Duan and Thompson had met on a dating site Meet Me just days before the fatal incident. They had just met face to face or in person on New Year's Eve. So exactly a week prior to the incident. So after about a week, they're dating. You see, when women tell a lot of you guys that they need to take the time to get to know you, and this is women that you're meeting in person. You know, I've seen more women, take it slow with men they meet in person than men that they meet on dating websites. Why is that? Why are women so comfortable with men off dating apps instead of men that you see in front of you in person in your city, right? Now, I don't know if this guy is from Texas or from Louisiana, because he went running to Louisiana. But yeah, I just women these days are just so comfortable with men on dating apps. These guys can tell you anything. You can't read their energy. You don't know what's going on. They can tell you anything, right? Around 9:50 p.m. last Saturday, investigators said the two were hanging out with Duan's friends at her home on Oxford Mills Lane in Sugarland when they started arguing. Now, mind you, they had only been dating for about about a week, and they're already arguing. It has started inside the house. It kind of spilled into the backyard of the house. At that point, gunfire erupted, and our witnesses had actually left the house at that point for their own safety. Now, these are her friends. Her friends left her to deal with the guy that she barely knew. She was struck multiple times, over 10 times. So very brutal, very callous thing that he had did, Levin said. Police say detectives were able to identify Thompson after interviewing witnesses, reviewing video, and confirming his vehicle from the license plate recognition cameras in the area. His car was later identified by surveillance cameras nearby and tracked to Shreveport, Louisiana by the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force. Authorities say Thompson was born in Louisiana and is believed to still have family in that area. Police say an arrest warrant was issued for Thompson on Sunday morning, charging him with taking her life and setting his bond at $500,000. Court records revealed Thompson was out on bond and had a violent past. So he was out on bond and had a violent past. Last May, the 26-year-old was charged with assaulting his ex-girlfriend in Harris County. Sources close to the investigators say Thompson punched her in the face during an argument and was arrested. Documents say Thompson later posted a $1,000 PR bond. Prior to that, Thompson had a theft charge from 2018 and a drug charge from 2021. So he was out here thugging. Duan's neighbor Vimeo Simon said he returned home Saturday night to find his neighborhood surrounded by police. I heard that her students loved her a lot. I really feel sad for them. I feel sad for the family. I hope they overcome this, Simon said. Duan was a teacher at Boone Elementary School. According to IIed, those who knew her described her as a kind and soft-spoken person. Martisha Haynes Lagarde said Duan dedicated her career to helping kids and spent her free time volunteering to feed the homeless. She did have a great spirit. She was very nice and a loving person, Lagarde said. Police warn anyone using dating apps to be vigilant and extra careful. If you do plan on meeting that individual, let your friends know, let your family know what you're doing, who you're going to meet with. Try to verify who you're meeting. Try to meet the first couple of times in a very public place. See, I've always said this. If you're going to meet somebody off of a dating app, do not bring that person to your home. If you're going to meet them in a public place. Now, maybe when they met each other on New Year's Eve, it was public, but still, a week later, he's at your house. Very open place where there's people around you in a safe setting, in a well-lit settings, said Sugarland Police Chief Mark Poland. Officials with IIed confirmed Duan was a third grade reading and writing teacher who was employed with the district since 2017. We're deeply saddened to learn about the tragic passing of IIed employee Wendy Duan, the district said in a statement. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone additional information, y'all know what to do. Contact them. This is sad, man. A life is lost and a man is losing his freedom. For what? For what exactly? You just met this woman and you already upset about something. You know, your first time, I'm assuming, maybe this is the second time in the house. I don't know. But a week later after first meeting, you're getting into it. To me, it just shows you where we are in our society. In our society, you know, women especially, I think more so than men. I think men go to dating apps to hook up. I don't think they really go to dating apps to look for girlfriends. You know, we're still more comfortable approaching women and dating women that we meet in person. But nowadays, you know, because, you know, Wendy was a millennial, I think that a lot of millennials, especially a lot of millennial women, they're way more comfortable meeting men off apps instead of meeting men in person. The advantage that you have in meeting men in person is that you get a read on their energy. You get to see what kind of person that they are right in front of you. Instead of meeting a guy off a dating app who could tell you anything about himself. You know, did he disappoint her in some way? You know, did he lie about something and she caught him in a lie? Maybe it was that. That's the only reason why I could think of them arguing is if, you know, she found out that he lied about something. Maybe he wasn't truthful about something. Because again, people can tell you anything on a dating app. A lot of these ladies got to be careful. A lot of men too. You got a lot of men who are meeting girls offline and they're getting robbed. They're getting set up. This young lady had a lot going for her. She had a career as a teacher. Financially, she seemed like she was in a good place. So you go and you meet this guy. You can look at pictures of him. It looks like something's a little off about him. There's something a little off about this guy. And not just because he got caught. This is the, you know, he done got caught picture, but he just seems a little off. She never read it. She never read it. And the fact that they were arguing a week after meeting each other lets you know they were never meant for each other. Maybe, you know, she realized that she realized a little too late that he wasn't for her. That he wasn't for her. So let me stay in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see y'all next one.